Let us analyze jitter at the next site. I'm going to click on the right arrow, and here is the data from the third site. Let's quickly go through the steps of jitter analysis that I have outlined before. I will double click. Look at the position of the windows. Strictly speaking, I have a little shoulder over here. This is not a good recording site. I should have been more careful, but for the sake of analysis, I'm going to accept it. And I can see the sharper portion of the potential over here, so I'm going to move it up. This is my second window. Again, I'm going to put it halfway between the peaks. That's where the signals are at its sharpest. I can already see that there is one trace with blue color. It has got a very high interpotential interval outside the 3 standard deviation limits. Going to normalize this window. Let's look at the distribution of data points. We have a nice cluster of interpotential intervals. Once in a while we can see the interpotential, it went up and then it came down again. So this is probably due to the change in the firing rate of the potential. And we had 2 data points that were excluded. Here is the last one, which is shown in yellow color. So that's also excluded from analysis. Here is the summary waveform. I do not see any noise, interference, or artifacts and so forth. Now let's go back to our result graph over here. Here are 3 data points that were excluded. Let's say I decide I don't want to throw them out. They are part of this motor unit activity. So I can easily get them in analysis simply by clicking on the top edge over here and dragging it up. Notice that my analysis box contains all potential, so I'm not throwing out anything. If I were to go into all trace window, notice that there is no blue trace over here. So this is the way we can include some values that were outliers back into analysis. By the same token, if I wanted to exclude some of these values, I can bring the top limit down. So just for the sake of this demonstration, let's say these are some extreme values. As soon as I bring the limit down, notice they change their color to blue over here. I'm going to come back. Let's look at all traces, and now you can see some blue traces over here representing the extreme interpotential interval values. By and large, I accept the 3 standard deviation limit that is set by the machine. But if you want to include or exclude some data, you can do it quite easily. Let's look at my results. This is my site number 3, pair number 1, 147 discharges and a jitter of 20 microsecond, which is quite normal. Also, there is no blocking in this recording.